Hi there. In this quick video I'm going to do some work on this Toshiba C855 laptop. I need to recover the pictures from it and try to reinstall Windows. But as you will see during this video, probably this will not be as easy as it seems. So my first reaction when I got this laptop and started it up was, okay, and what's wrong with it? It seems somebody made Windows 7 quite lightweight, everything seemed okay, but then try to do any single simple thing like right clicking and going to properties, and you will see the problem. Yeah, it's extremely slow. Now a few things might cause Windows install to be this slow. Not enough memory, like having, I don't know, 512 megs or something like that. Maybe 1 gig in some cases will make it be this slow. What else? Lots of bloatware, viruses, whatnot. Some other hardware failure, maybe. And the most common thing that I have found over time, a failing hard drive. And to diagnose a failing hard drive, you must listen after a sound, and I'm going to try and capture that sound in a moment. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, ignore the image, I'm just trying to capture the sound. It's something like a repeating click. I'm going to move my phone around this thing a bit. I'm not sure where the hard drive is. Hopefully you could hear that click. As you can see, we still don't have that properties showing up. In a situation like this, your best bet is try to copy all your data on an external drive, starting with the most critical stuff, because a hard drive like this might completely fail without any other warning. So it is starting to fail now, it's in a really bad shape, and while you are copying your files, it might completely die at any time. So yeah, I'm going to start and copy the pictures from this drive. I don't know, we have a few gigs in there. Hopefully we will be able to take them out, and then there is a chance that you can format a drive like this and it will actually mark the bad sectors, so it knows not to use them anymore because they are in a bad shape. And sometimes if the bad sectors are stable and only you have, I don't know, 200 of them and they are all marked, you can still use the hard drive. If the failure is, I don't know, 200 bad sectors, but they keep coming up, tomorrow they are 201, 202, 203, 204, so the hard drive is gaining bad sectors, in that case there is no chance to using that anymore and you need to replace it. There are softwares that tell you that they will repair. No, never. It's not going to happen. A hard drive that is gaining more and more bad sectors is going to cascade into a total failure sooner rather than later. So use it only if you have absolutely no other options, but I don't recommend you do it. So yeah, For me it will be quite a pain to copy them, and probably it will take, I don't know, a day or something like that for the info on this drive to be copied onto an external drive, but I need to do it. Okay, it seems this thing is already a bit too far gone to use Windows to copy the files from it to this external SSD that I connected to an USB to SATA adapter. So I need to go this another way. If you can copy directly from Windows to an external I don't know, USB or hard drive like I have here, whatever, do it like that. If you cannot, well, there is another option. Either you create a bootable DVD drive or CD drive with Hiren's boot CD. I will put a link in the description of the video for Hiren's boot CD, or by using a tool called Yummy, you can put Hiren's boot CD on a bootable thumb drive and boot from this particular thumb drive. Only now it's installing the drivers, and I think I plugged this thing in 5 or 10 minutes ago. So yeah, I'm not going to use Windows to copy, and it even puts more wear and tear on the hard drive as we speak when it's trying to install the drivers. So I'm going to go this route and boot from this particular drive, if I could actually find the USB. Okay, let's force shut this thing down. Come on. Any day now. And it's off. And I think we have to press F12 on this particular Toshiba to enter the boot menu, which is perfect. This is the drive that I want to boot from, the first. This is my bootable thumb drive. As you can see, Yummy, other OS and tools, Hiren's boot CD correctly, and mini Windows XP. With everything plugged in, this we don't need, and it will load in a moment, and we can copy from the internal hard drive to that thing without loading Windows from the internal hard drive. So we are not putting more stress on that particular drive, because it seems our is in a quite bad state. And yeah, this is taking a bit of time to load. So let's go to my computer at this point. We can see multi-boot. This is this particular thumb drive. And now I just need to find, yeah, let me just take a look around. I think this is the drive that I want to copy from. It didn't have a volume label on it. Yeah, this is the one that I want to copy from. It can see it. This is the C drive on the internal hard disk. We don't need to take anything from this one. If you actually need to take anything from your desktop, let's say, in Windows older than Windows 8, you have documents and settings, but it doesn't seem to want to open it on these things. So yeah, maybe in users. Yeah, and here you have your in users, you have your user, you have your desktop if you want to take anything from desktop. Also you should have your documents in here if you want to take anything from here. But in our case, everything that we want and need is on D. But now I just need to figure out which one is the big external one that I connected, and I might actually need to actually not this one. I need to go to control panel. Do we have a control panel on this mini Windows XP? Let's find a way to get to it. One moment. No need to go to control panel. I realized which one of them is the drive that I want to copy on by the size of it. This is the 500 gig SSD, and moved everything that I had on it in a single folder, so it's ready for us to copy everything that we need from this thing, which are this. Control C, and let's go to our SSD, Ctrl V, and it's actually starting to copy at this point, and hopefully it will work nicely until it finishes and doesn't get hung up into some errors or problems. And it's copying at quite a decent rate, 26 megs, 27 megs. Not ideal, but still good. This thing is still copying at the same speed and did not encounter any problems yet. So something is telling me, based on my previous experience, that this hard drive is not failing in its entirety. It just has one problem area somewhere. So giving it a format might actually help us continue to use this drive. It's not the safest thing possible. If you can replace the hard drive after you see that click occurring, it's ideal. If you cannot, in the case that you can actually see that it's copying quite okay from it without read errors, you might try to continue to use it, but backup it often and keep in mind it might fail at any time. And this limit, about 32 megs, is I think because of the USB 2 port that we are connected to. It's not anything else. So I will wait for it to finish and then reinstall Windows by formatting the hard drive, and not a quick format, a full format, so it can mark the bad areas on the drive so it knows now not to reuse them anymore. Finished copying, everything is okay, so I think that only the part of the hard drive where C partition is allocated has some issues. So let's get to formatting that and installing Windows. I'm on another working laptop at this point. I started Yummy, I will link it in the description, and I want to make this a bootable USB drive with a Windows 7 install kit on it. So I'm going to select it. Make sure you select the proper drive, and yes, my baby girl in the background is testing her voice. And from this list we need to go to Windows install kits, if I could actually found them. Okay, interesting noises. Windows 7, and I just need to browse for my kit, which in my particular case is on this bootable drive that I use it for lots of things. We just booted from it in mini Windows XP. So let's go to that. It's quite handy to have something like this. But I just realized I actually might not have... Yeah, this is going to be annoying. I might not have on this thing Windows ISOs anymore. I had a few of them at a time, but then I might have decided to delete them. So I need to find the Windows 7 ISO. There's an advantage to traveling quite heavy on software and hardware side of things. I do have a lot of Windows ISOs. So 7 Pro, open it up, and we can create it, but I should disable Avira antivirus. Give it a disable if you can. I will try to create it. I cannot see it in here, so either it's just missing the icon or it's disabled at the moment for some weird reason on this laptop. So yay, that was a boo-boo. I should have clicked the option to format the particular drive. So let's get back to it from the start. Let's go in even lower to Yummy. Where is Yummy? Yummy. Yep. Yeah, I do agree. Select this. Come on. Format that particular drive. And again, 7.8 installer. Browse, hopefully it remembers the location. It did. And now we can go to create, yes, delete that drive, I don't care about it. And it will format it and then start to copy files to it. It's not copying the Windows files yet, now it's starting to copy the Windows files. So we wait until it finishes. And that error you see right there, that is Avira. But we do not care about it. If you can disable it first, so you do not get that error. But it works any other way. Ta-da! And it's finished. Would you like to do anything more? Basically, that's the general question. Nope. Thank you very much. So we have this thing, which is Windows 7 Pro 64-bit bootable. So let's start from it on that Toshiba. We want to boot from that. We will be powering on and then pressing F12 on this particular Toshiba. If you don't know how to boot from a USB drive or optical drive, if that is what you want on your particular laptop, I have a lot of videos showing how to boot and how to enter the boot menu on various laptop models. So search through my videos for that. F12. Generic flash drive. And it's starting up. Be back when anything interesting happens. I will do all the initial generic settings up until the point where I select the partition on which to install Windows. There I will continue this video. Before this screen I just clicked on install now. There was an option repair this computer and something else, but click on install now. And if we are here, let's go into next, custom advanced, and here is the partition selection option, and normally this is the partition that we want to install it on. This is where Windows is actually now. So we go to drive options advanced and we go to format this partition. The sad and annoying thing is that Windows 7 does not actually allow you to do a full format of this partition, which in my opinion is pretty bad, and it will prevent us from continuing at this point. I need to load the mini Windows XP once again because I want to do an old style full format of this partition. I will also format this one at this point. But this is not a full format. This is just a quick format. This is not what we want. So yeah. Let me see if there is a way from this screen to full format that thing. I hope there is, but I don't think. Booting again from my universal drive because I want to start mini Windows XP because I really need to do a full format on that partition. This is really important. When you do a full format, it will actually test every single of those sectors. If it finds a bad one, it will mark it. If you just do a quick format, it will not do almost anything on the partition itself. So that is not what we need at this point. And if you delete and recreate the partition, you lose all of this bad sector information. Not the ones that the hard drive itself reallocates, because the hard drive has at the end of it a few sectors put aside from manufacturing that it can use in case it finds an unreliable sector somewhere on the drive, but that is absolutely transparent to you. That is not something that you will see as not operating normally or something like that. So that is not what we are talking about. We are talking about sectors that are marked as bad and they appear as bad. They just don't go away. So yeah, let's see how we can format this this partition. I think we can go to run command prompt cd dot dot cd dot dot. Okay, and let me just see which is the drive that we want to format. This is the drive because G has the pictures on it, so I'm trying to not touch this one because I didn't see any problems on that particular partition. So F is what we want to format. And I think we have a non-working key. Awesome, exactly the key that I actually need. I just need to press really hard on it. Yes, it will be NTFS, perfect for Windows 7. Do you want to proceed? Yes. And it is formatting, and it will take a while because this is real true formatting. It's rewriting every single one of those sectors. If you can do this with both partitions on your drive or with all partitions, you don't have any data anywhere, that is awesome. But again, if the hard drive is starting to have bad sectors and you do this, this is not 100% safe. Don't think you just did this and you are always okay. No. The best is to replace the hard drive. But if you cannot replace it, like I cannot replace it now, this is the best B option, to say it like that. So I will wait for this to finish and restart the Windows 7 install. And the format is finished. Enter for no volume label. And it should be done. And normally if there are real bad sectors that cannot be fixed, they appear here. Forgot to tell you, at this point simply shut everything off. Sorry about my phone trying to zoom. And just boot from your Windows 7 install drive. If I could actually manage to stick it in. Power on maybe. Weirdest thing just happened. Exactly when I was trying to boot from this thing, the battery died because we were on battery. Luckily it didn't die while formatting, so we are on charger now. Let's power this thing on. F12 once again, generic, Windows 7 Pro. Be back when we are at the partition choosing screen. Ta-da! And here we are, and this is the partition that we want. Don't even choose drive options, we don't need it anymore. That partition is formatted exactly like we want it. If there are bad sectors on it, they probably have been already reallocated by the format. If any of them could not be reallocated, they are marked, although I don't think there are any marked because we didn't see that at the final report of the format. So probably everything could be reallocated in the end, which is perfect. And let Windows install itself at this point, and that's about it. Hopefully it will work perfect when it's finished, but we will see that in a moment for you, in about half an hour for me. And ta-da! As you can see, we are running Windows and it is working absolutely normally. So it seems that in my case only that partition had some kind of problem. I just need to put all the drivers, whatever, now install all the programs back on this thing, and everything is okay. And in my case the pictures are exactly where we left them because they were on a second partition, but I also have them on this SSD now. But it was not needed to get them from there, and everything is working perfectly. These folders, I think I need to do this cleanup. If you don't know how to do it, you simply right click, go to properties and go to this cleanup. Windows leaves some folders sometimes behind it when installing. It happens from time to time. And yeah, that's about it guys for this video. So thank you very much for watching it. Hopefully it helps you. Baby girl in the background once again. If it helps you, please give it a like, maybe subscribe to my channel, maybe check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye! Everything installed and it's working perfectly. So there is a really small chance that for this particular hard drive, this was just a random thing and it might work for a longer time without issues. But who knows? Again, don't 100% trust a hard drive like this. So, bye bye.